Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria, and I've been summoned here today to do a reading for specifically people that are somehow really drawn to this video. Somehow you're going to be guided to this video, and there is something here for you. So hopefully I can be of assistance of some kind. I really have recently been called and almost forced in a way to meditate, which is something I guess I haven't been doing as much now that I think about it, but it really feels like my body just really needed that, like time to just relax and calm down and integrate whatever energy is coming through it. So if you are drawn to this, maybe you're going through this as well right now, or you're going to start going through it very soon. Maybe you're feeling super tired and exhausted. That is, a sign that you need to relax, calm down, and let your brain and your body just stop working. Or calm as much as possible. So doing meditation will be very useful here. Grounding somehow will be very helpful. And just give yourself time and permission to be tired and to be lethargic and to not feel super grounded. I mean, even if you try to ground, even if you try your best, you might still not be able to fully feel grounded because there's just a lot of energy coming through. So yeah, that is one of the messages here. Oh, okay. Oh, we have Master Jesus coming through here with forgiveness. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. It is an interesting time for Jesus to come through, and it's bothering me. So let's move this crystal a little bit here. Yes, perfect. Or maybe not perfect. But things don't have to be perfect. Maybe this is what this is about. Releasing perfection, the need for things to be perfect, the need for things to be just right, because there is no just right, or our egos don't really understand what just right is. Most of the time we don't really know. We think we know, but we don't. Like, something looks good to us, but maybe in the view of the universe it does not look good. Like, that is just, it needs to go soon, ASAP. And I really feel like that's a lesson that we're learning right now, that sometimes things might feel right and might feel really comfortable and good, but that doesn't make them the right thing for us. And there's something about letting go, releasing that, and being able to forgive yourself and forgive others if anybody harmed you in some kind of way, or if you feel like you harmed somebody in some kind of way. Forgiveness is so important here. Something about connecting the heart with the throat here as well, because his heart is really open here. And it's blue, a lot of blues. So connecting to the throat, so speaking what you're feeling. So right now, if you really feel like you have some strong feelings towards somebody, maybe it's time to tell them, especially if they're positive feelings, because sometimes we can hold on to positive feelings. We might be feeling like, oh, I really like this person, I really think they're amazing, but we don't always tell them, right? But it's definitely also about other things too. Like, let's just be honest here. Sometimes we might feel a particular way about some people, and we don't always have to tell them. But I feel like in this case, in this scenario, there is something that needs to be said, especially if this is to do with your father or some kind of male or father figure maybe in your life. There's something that needs to be spoken here. There's something that needs to be said. It's just how it is. It will make you feel lighter and make you feel better. Like, in that moment, you might feel awful and scared when you're saying it, but after you say it and it kind of comes off your chest, you're gonna feel so much better. So yeah, there's definitely something to release here from the father. Maybe from your father's line. Well, that is a lot of cards, but you know what? We're gonna take all of them. We have the Mintaka card here, the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So again, there's something deep inside the heart, and it's about vocalizing it in some kind of way. I feel like Mintaka is very connected to sound and music as well, just feeling. So somehow expressing it, maybe you don't particularly have to tell it to the person, although I think that's very helpful, isn't it? Like when you actually tell your parent, you did me wrong like this. Sometimes it just makes you feel better. And that is how it is. Sometimes you just gotta come out and say it. But maybe you can express this in some kind of other way, maybe in an artistic way, maybe through art or music or writing, journaling, maybe just writing about it. I really feel like there's a lot here to release and to uncover, because underneath your father wounds is hiding something like a gem that needs to be discovered. But I don't really think I'm supposed to speak about that, because everybody's gonna discover theirs when the right time comes, and everybody's will be different. But the next card we have here is the deep cellular healing. Interesting, Arcturus energy. But it's really telling you that this is gonna facilitate a lot of healing. This is gonna bring a lot of healing to you, into your whole family line, to your whole ancestral line, expressing this and releasing this and having that forgiveness for this person. And sometimes we might feel like we've forgiven them, or like we're not holding any kind of grudges, but let's be honest, we probably are. Again, if you're watching this, yes, there is something there. Even if you feel like you let it go, it's still there. And, it's better to know and to be honest with yourself that it is there and that you're just not ready to let it go. Instead of telling yourself, no, there's nothing there, even though it's staring you in the face. But yes, what's standing out to me is physical healing as well. So if you're suffering from anything physical right now, or having some kind of pains, I really feel like part of it will be relieved in some kind of way when you release these emotions, when you find and release this. And the last card that came through was Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. I kind of get the feeling, yeah, you've done this. Like, you've already had lives where you've let go of stuff like this. And, you did it. It's not easy, but you can do it. It's not impossible, is what it's saying. And through it, again, you'll find something deep within, something hidden. Like, it will bring something to you. And, considering what I said at the beginning, there's a lot of energy flowing through us all. All of that energy coming into us makes it so we kind of have to release some old stuff. And I think the old stuff that's being released from at least this group here is the father wounds, some kind of father wounds. It might be wounds that your father inflicted on you, physical or emotional, or it might be some kind of ancestral work that needs to be done there. Ancestral patterns, ancestral wounds themselves, that need to be released somehow. I'm really feeling these Pokemon cards. Oh, am I? Okay, this card, these two. Okay, I guess they were feeling me. So we have Abra here and Victini. That's interesting because they're both kind of really cute, They're small and cute. So we're growing, and it's kind of showing, we're the child here. So Abra's ability here is teleporter. And Abra's whole thing is that it teleports. Like you go into a battle with it, you want to catch it or fight it. No, it's just going to teleport. If you don't catch it instantly, it's going to teleport and it's going to run away. So maybe you've been running away from something. Maybe you have been running away from something, and you're trying to move, for example, and you're thinking, well, if I move and if I leave, this is all gonna be better. And look how it's looking into the sky and hopeful in a way. That doesn't mean that it's not gonna get better after you leave and when you move, but the fate of an Abra is that until it has a trainer, it's most likely gonna keep teleporting unless it grows and evolves. So you have two real good options here. If you keep running away or if you leave, you need to really work on evolving and transforming. Because if you don't, if you leave, for example, if you move and you think, yeah, moving is going to help me, it will a little bit, but the big thing is that you need to transform. So when you do move, you need to really work on growing and transforming and not just continue doing the same things that you've been doing before. Because, the next time you get hit with something hard, you might want to feel like, oh, I want to teleport again. I need to leave again because this is too hard. And the next thing might not even be related to your father troubles, but the core of it is the father trauma. That's why you want to fly, you want to teleport, you want to leave, because of the father trauma. Something about feeling uncomfortable maybe, or scared. I mean, fear is the big thing. That's why it teleports, right? It only has the ability to teleport. So instead of staying and being nice, it just teleports. So that's one of your options. If you leave, you gotta focus on growth and change and evolution, because once it evolves, it's really powerful. Or your other option is, well, to get caught, to allow someone to catch you and help you out. For some of you, it literally might be someone there that wants to help you out, who wants to literally catch you. If you're falling, they want to catch you. They want to help you. But you're maybe a little bit scared. But know that once you allow them to claim you in a way, and there's nothing wrong with claiming, that's like a part of nature, the male animal claims the female sometimes, or sometimes the female claims the male, all different. But once you claim something is yours, like, oh, this car is mine, so I need to take care of it, and I need to, upgrade it and do whatever I want with it. You want to take care of it. So somebody here wants to take care of you, wants to catch you. You are going to have somebody, and they're going to help you grow. And it's going to be scary, allowing yourself to really be with them, because you're not used to something like that. You're used to being around different type of people, so you're going to act like you did with the other people. But this person requires you to listen to them and to really understand them and kind of create a bond where you can work together, because that's when the Pokemon and the trainer work the best, right? When they have a good bond, they can beat even stronger enemies. It's not just about how strong individually they are or how smart the trainer is. It's about the bond as well. So once you form that bond, you can grow, and that will also help you grow. So you have some good choices here, but it's really involved with growing and evolving. And this will happen very quickly, because what we have here is beam, and beam is fast, right? Fast. So it will happen very quickly. And I don't know why I've read ability as agility. So again, it's fast, quick movement. This will happen fast, but you just need to let it happen. Because Abra evolves really quickly too. Like, it doesn't need a high level to become Kadabra. So all you need is a little bit more. You're very close. Just know that you need to accept help, or you need to really focus on your own growth and evolution. because things are not going to keep working if you just keep running away. Anyway, let's move on to the next card, to Victini. Flippity flap. All right, and see, singe off. I do feel like flippity flap is significant though. Maybe you're gonna feel a little bit like you're flippity flapping around, flapping your little wings. I mean, look at it; it's so cute. Look at the way that it's looking, and it has these little wings on its butt, and you might feel a little bit like you're not doing the best you could be, but it's because you're learning and you're growing and you're still young in this area of your life. If it's relationships, then you're still new to really having good relationships. If it's something else, then it's something else. But yeah, I really feel like things are gonna work out and things will come to you because you get to draw 6 card. Shuffle your hand into your deck. So it's time to remove all of the things that you have around you, all the people you have around you, all the things you have around you. It's time to remove all of that, shuffle them back in, and then new things will come to you. And, shuffle your hand doesn't say how many cards you have in your hand. You can have just 1 card in your hand. Then if you shuffle that 1 card, if you just have that one thing, you let it go, then 6 new things come to you. That's a good deal. And even if you have like 10 cards, but they're not good and they're not useful to you, you gotta shuffle them and let them go, and maybe you'll get something better. And you have to trust that you will get something better. Because if you keep focusing on your evolution, and there's something about some kind of childhood dream here as well. If you keep focusing on that and being positive and dreaming like a child, imagining like a child, I think good things will come to you and things will kind of start falling into place together. But, you just I really strongly feel like the big message here is don't ignore the things that you need to heal. Don't ignore these things because they're important. It's important to heal this. It's important to work through this. It's important to feel your feelings because they're there. And you need to open your heart and let yourself feel. And these are wounds from childhood as well. Again, the kind of baby-like Pokemon here coming through. Let's see. Ooh, okay. We have the Hierophant here. So you, the Page of Cups. Let's say you. Maybe it is we, but it's easier for me to say you. Oh, 8 of Swords, interesting. You might feel a little bit like confused. Like things have just not been working out. And even when you do try something new, things just kind of get really like there's so many knots here, so you can't untie yourself properly. And you don't know how to properly move forward. It's because all those other times that you tried to move forward and it didn't work out, it wasn't your time. You weren't ready. I mean, again, you had something big you needed to heal, because if the universe brings you what is actually for you at that moment, you're just going to run away from it, because hardships do come. It's never fully easy. And even the best thing, the thing that you want, your childhood dream, it's still going to have some kind of downside. It's still going to have some kind of hardship. And if you're not ready for it, again, you're just going to run away from it because you're so used to running away from it. And you know what? I resonate with this too. When things get hard, sometimes I just feel like, no, I don't want to go through this again. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it. And it's just so hard. But it is part of the journey. And sometimes staying is worth it. Sometimes staying and working on it is worth it. And not saying that you need to stay per se, but know which battles to stay in and which battles to run away from. And how you know that? Well, if you have somebody next to you, they can kind of help you figure that out. Because it's hard for us to figure it out ourselves. Because we are connected. We're very connected, but we also have a lot of doubts in ourselves and a lot of things clouding our judgment. So a lot of times we do need someone there to be the voice of God in the universe and to kind of help us out in a way. That's why it's important to share whatever is on your mind and in your heart, like whatever is weighing on you. It's important to share it because it's not going to weigh somebody else down. It's going to help free you both. So the universe is putting you together with somebody maybe here, two people holding the keys. And it's teaching you, you're learning right now. Again, there's this young bird here, two young birds here. This bunny is maybe young. And even if it's not, it's still hasn't grown to the point of knowing how to properly put its hat on. Because obviously if it takes off the hat, maybe it's going to be able to see better, right? Maybe you're wearing like a hat that's not letting you see properly. And again, that's fine. But maybe now you're going to have someone who's going to help you out with this. And if it's not an actual person, it might be come in some kind of other form. But you will get clarity in some kind of way. You're going to get help and assistance. And it's time for us to start accepting help more from humans. Let's be honest here. You should allow yourself to be assisted by other humans because now things actually have a chance of working out. Because alone, you become like this. But maybe when you're together with this person, you can make something really good happen. And that doesn't mean you're never going to have moments like this, the Eight of Swords moment. It doesn't mean that. But it just means that maybe you'll be able to move through them more quick and more with more grace, right? With more flow. I feel like one more card needs to come through. And that will be it for us. For a message. So let me know what you thought about this. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So what was I saying? Exactly, just confirming that, look, you put these two together. I mean, even families, that's how they're made, right? You need to, you might need to. You can... The usual, the stereotypical families. You need two people and then they make a family and then more people come in. And that can happen. You can bring in these other people. It doesn't even need to be just one. It can be many people. But it's about that. It's about community. It's not even just about people. There's a chicken here, so interesting that these bunnies have a chicken as a pet, I guess. You might get some pets in or something, like even spirits. You're just going to get a lot more support. But you need to allow yourself to be supported too. Because maybe, some of that fear, maybe living in fight or flight, mostly flight, is not allowing you to really connect with that and allow help to come in. So just relax. Everything will be fine. You're gonna look at this. Look how happy they are. This is the end of this. This is the end result of all of this. We started off with a lot of energy coming through and some heart healing needed, some heaviness. But in the end, it's all about this. Remember why you're doing this. If you someday want to make a family, well, of course, you would want to clear away all of this stuff. You would want to work on yourself because you want to make this happen. Remember why you're in this. Remember why you're playing the game. Maybe it's not to start a family. Maybe it's a community that you're craving. Or maybe it's something else. Just a nice friend group. But whatever it is that you want, remember why you want it as well. I feel like Yeah, that's important. But the point is to remember why you're playing the game. Remember why you're doing this healing and all of this. Remember. Especially to those of you who want children in the future, remember why you're doing the healing for the child. So the child can have an easier life, because you don't want to pass down all this ancestral shit, you know? Everybody wants to do the work so their children can have it easier. They're gonna deal with other stuff, of course, but at least they won't have to deal with whatever we're trying our best to deal with here, right? Anyway, let's end it here. This was a very interesting reading. Let me know if it resonated and if you liked it, and so on. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email is down below in the description, so you may send me an email and inquire about that. Anyway, I hope you have the most amazing day or evening wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Lots of love and hugs. Bye.